Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are live on Leapfrog Fight TV. Allow me to introduce in our next contest, first of all, to the yellow corner, Francis Gauranga. And next, allow me to introduce his opponent into the red corner, Toby Barnes.
Francis Gauranga is the more experienced man, so it's going to be an interesting fight here for multiple reasons.
And the first fighter out tonight for Minotaur, seeing that legendary purple and white. First of many fighters tonight. Can he set the standard for the gym?
Leapfrog presents 3 2-minute rounds of Muay Thai kickboxing.
This is going to shape up to be a really good fight. Both coaches are really obviously very well respected in the UK Muay Thai scene. Obviously Lewis Taylor from Minotaurs and Sam Wilson from Nomads as well. Like, both coaches know what they're doing.
Across the ring, his opponent stands in the red corner, representing Minotaurs gym, Toby Barnes. Bout is our referee in charge of the action. Let's get down to business.
It's that music I cannot get enough of. Heaviest fight of the night in the super middleweight division between Toby Barnes and Francis Gauranga.
See, Francis has got that little bit more reach than Toby. Be interesting to see how he uses that to his advantage in this fight.
Yep, the weight is in favour of Barnes, but the reach is playing dividends so far. You can see he's just using his long jab and that nice high kick there as well with those long legs of his.
Yeah, Toby just needs to find his timing a little bit. When you're fighting taller fighters, sometimes it does take that first round just to get a feel for the range and get a feel for the timing. Oh, straight into the clinch.
Already some soreness on the eyes and the face of Barnes. Nice work from Gauranga to land some good shots, but both men had some success. A nice jab and a nice kick there from Gauranga.
Long jab again, that long body kick.
Francis doing a very good job of using his range to his advantage so far, and he's not been letting Toby get in.
Good forward pressure there from Toby.
I think it's clear Barnes' most effective work is inside, and it is landing those big blows with his hands. And Gauranga's trying to set up that kick with a jab and then maybe a high kick to follow. But he can't, he's just getting bombarded with shots by Barnes, and even a leg kick thrown in there as well.
Barnes has got one of the most like nonchalant expressions.
I was gonna say something of the sort. He looks so relaxed, but like he's almost bouncing around, like
He's
having
almost
fun
got a
in there,
smile
isn't
on
he?
his face.
yeah. Some nice knees in the clinch to end the round. Close fight. Not a lot in it so far.
Good first round. Good first round from both boys. I think obviously moving into the second round, I think we're going to see Francis try and keep Toby at range. A lot more long jabs, long kicks. He's not breathing too heavy at all. Neither is Toby. I think this fight is going to be about who can impose their game plan better. You know, how good will Toby be in these next 2 rounds at closing that distance, and how good will Francis be at keeping him away? Toby looking very attentive in the corner,
Yeah,
listening to his coach's instructions.
It didn't seem to take a lot out of either guy. They both seem to be still pretty energized coming into this second round. Let's see what they've got left.
I think Lewis just telling Toby to step in maybe a little bit more, just to cover that extra bit of distance so he can hit those shots cleaner.
Kick after kick from Gauranga and punch after punch from Barnes.
Toby's getting more confident now, you can see, going forward.
He's managing to do a good job of getting inside of that range now. He's kind of nullified the rangy attacks from Francis.
Yeah.
And is able to come in with a flurry of heavy strikes.
It is still a slight issue when he's trying to land kicks, Barnes. He's just scraping and even hitting the arm at times. He's not necessarily connecting with those. He certainly connected with that punch.
I think this is where Toby's going to have success. You can see Francis, he's throwing a lot of single kicks, he's throwing a lot of single teeps. I think if I was Toby, I'd be trying to counter that with a hand, because like we can see just
It's
there,
a difficult
you know,
fight to score. They're both attacking in short bursts, not always clean, some cleaner than others, but then the odd shot will connect, will land. I'm not sure how the judges are going to see this.
I think Toby is having the slight more effect on his shots. That's what I'd say. I think it's a hard one to judge.
I think maybe in that round it could have gone to Toby, maybe the first round to Gauranga. It could go either way. It really is a difficult fight.
I think it's still anyone's fight. I think I think Francis needs to finish really strong in this round. He needs to have a really dominant round. I think Toby, just from that last round, his shots just seem to have a little bit more effect. Like when the hands did connect, it did stun Francis a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
That's obviously the job of their coaches, to be telling them how they can attack in this third round, and we'll see how they come out, because something needs to change. It's so close. You want to be more than a razor blade ahead in a close fight like this.
I would like to see Francis rack up the body kicks more in this round to try and get a more dominant round, and when Toby does come in, to try and nullify those hands by engaging in the clinch.
Nice start, Gauranga.
Much more aggressive start from him that round.
Gets his shots in, but it's straight to the clinch. Barnes wants to stay here a little bit.
None of the knees from both boys were really coming above the waist there. Oh, double body
Nice
kick.
body shots there. Deep to the body as well. Nice left hand, or jab rather. He was sort of turning his body. It looked like a left hand, but it was a strange kind of hook as well.
Francis is racking up the body kicks in this round. That was a triple body kick that was unanswered from Toby there.
A lot more consistent.
Good positioning from Francois to not let Toby take his back there as well.
Yeah, and you can see with those kicks there is a soreness of Barnes' body, but he continues to walk forward and try and land some shots. I think this round is edging towards Gauranga's.
Another body kick.
He's starting to look a little bit worn down in this fight, and he's not keeping his hands up as much. And with the long-range kicks that Francis is throwing, that could prove to be fatal.
Those knees.
Good knees, unanswered as well.
Knees.
Francois seems to be just edging this round, I'd say.
For sure, I think this is
Very
his
hard
round.
one to score though. Toby's had 2 pretty good rounds.
More knees. And when Barnes tries to return, he just can't reach, or he doesn't have the stamina. You can see as he leans against the ring there. He's finding this difficult in the remaining seconds of the fight. A very close
tough
one
fight to
decide.
score. Very tough fight to score.
I would have Gauranga in the lead for myself personally,
Yeah.
but they both have their hands up, both
Yeah.
getting lifted up by the coaches. I'll leave that one in the hands of the judges.
Yeah, I know, we're obviously only the unofficial scorecard. That was a really good round for Francis. That was a really, really good round. He landed a lot of body kicks in that round. Was it enough to make up for the last 2 rounds? I guess we'll know in a minute.
Where we've had rounds 1 and 2 were pretty close, and you could maybe go either way. Round 3 is certainly probably doesn't make sense. It's certainly going to go in the way of Francis. So it's going to come down to how those first 2 rounds are scored. I could again see this one being a split decision.
Can we get both fighters to the centre of the ring, please? Another epic clash here at Leapfrog Fight Night, ladies and gentlemen. The judges have made their decision. It is a majority win. To the yellow corner, Francis Gauranga.
Once again tonight, that 3rd round is so important. It doesn't matter what you've done early on in the fight, you have to finish strong, and that's clearly what the judges are looking for tonight.
Yeah, I think that 3rd round, obviously Francis finished stronger, but there were so many unanswered body kicks. Very hard for the judges not to account for that, you know.